Would you like to donate to 1-800-SAVE-KEITH? Because he's not feeling well today, so we're taking a fund.
Make the phone call earlier, and there was a lot of laughter.
Yeah.
I wonder what that number really is.
I know. We'll have to hear from him in a
It's
moment.
a place called, I think, Southwest Construction. Hi, you've reached Southwest Construction. Our offices are closed right now. If you know the name of your party, you can dial it now.
It's a great invitation, buddy.
It wasn't dirty.
Yeah.
You can make them sick, but you can't shut them up,
Yeah.
can you? Good morning, you guys.
Good morning.
Let's get a live look outside on our opening of the Lyndale Avenue Bridge and the Plymouth Avenue Bridge. In fact, Ben Shine, Betsy Soderland, just two of the few talking about how excited they are about the changes and how much easier it should make things for those of you who are traveling in that area. Once you get to work this morning, I want to hear how your morning 94 a quarter. This is a look near 24th Avenue where we had some overnight construction and even waking up this morning to some of those barrels still in the way. It's all been cleared aside. It looks like those crews are out on foot, have also left the scene at least for now, so no need to worry that you may have an encounter with a human being who is walking along the interstate. A few other areas out there to keep on your radar today. Some road work going on at the junction of 94 and 35E. We had some lane restrictions and also some blocked off shoulders overnight. It was scheduled to clear by 6, and it looks like we're already seeing all those barrels off to the side. So I'm guessing if you head in that direction now, you could be faced with a little bit of backup because you do see some brake lights going off, but I think overall that project should be clearing out of the way if you're still getting ready to head out the door now. Here's a look down the Southwest Metro. This is 169 at 101. Northbound traffic continuing to build. Something to note is between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. today, you will see some lane restrictions right near that Minnesota River Bridge. So you could see some backups. Not too bad probably because that will be out of the morning rush hour. But if enough people are still traveling this route that late in the morning, just something to keep in mind. We don't want up 694 eastbound to Victoria Street. So still some construction going on, especially with the nice weather. It looks like those crews will be able to keep working and maybe even do so comfortably this time of year. Guys?
Thank you.
Head home from your overnight shift or about to head out for the early morning shift. We're seeing 35W at Highway 10. Southbound traffic building here. That is no surprise up in the Mounds View area. We do tend to see that, but at least we still have some movement. We are seeing the reduced speeds just get underway here at Highway 10. We do have one crash out there, 35 East southbound on the Maryland Avenue merge. That's where we have this situation going on. State trooper responding to that. Looks like vehicles able to move by without a lot of trouble right now, but we are still in the 6 o'clock hour. If this does remain in place, we could start to see some of the delays come in the 7 o'clock hour. But I'm guessing since this is the only crash being worked on in the metro area right now, we should get it pushed aside pretty quickly. Here's a look at the junction of 94 and 35E, where overnight you may be seeing some lane restrictions here and some closed ramps. As of right now, it looks like we are back open for business. MnDOT was scheduled to lift those restrictions by 6 a.m. and it looks like we do see some brake light action here in the distance. So prepare for some possible slowdowns, but overall, I'm hoping that most of that remains closed until next Monday. Now, if you want to know some more detailed information about this, Fox 9 app has some good info on its site, and we're learning things like it's going to cost about $1.1 million to finish this project, but officials say it should shave minutes off commute times for thousands of drivers who use the road each day. One of the issues was every time the light rail came through that area was that it was making all the traffic signals basically recycle the timing, so some people ended up waiting a lot longer than others. There's a lot to talk about, whether it's on Twitter or right here, and I want to hear what you have to say. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up to Fox 9 Morning News. All right, this time of day, we're all a little curious what's happening out on our roadway. Some of you because you're just happy to look at what you don't have to sit in as you sit at home. The rest of you wondering how you're going to get to work and how it's going to be. Well, overall, still a pretty decent picture out there. We have dry roadways. It's a beautiful fall day, but we do have a few sticking spots in the world of traffic, and that has to do with some traffic. We usually are seeing 35W and Highway 10, and just moments ago we watched what looked like maybe a traffic stop over there on the shoulder. So that patrol now gone along with the car that was pulled over, and it looks like that only contributed to what is already a slow congested area at this hour, so be prepared. It's the typical morning on 35W southbound. Let's look to a few other spots out there where we are also having some issues. 94 eastbound coming in from that northwest metro area as you travel from Rogers into Maple Grove. We're starting to see those reduced speeds get underway here at 101st Avenue, so no major delays quite yet, no crashes in this area. We're just starting to see a lot of people trying to squeeze down that same route heading from the northwest side. All right, to 35E, we're still trying to clear a crash that happened on the merge at Maryland Avenue onto 35E southbound. A lot better. Damon Dunkel, we have a tweet from Jenny Uckel. A lot of people tweeting how excited they are to see those bridges open. It's going to make their morning commute easier, and hopefully it'll make yours easier as well. We'll see you back here when into the St. Paul area. We do see traffic starting to get backed up near Maplewood at McKnight Road. That's where the brake lights go on. No crashes being worked on at the moment. We have cleared away the one that was on 35E at Maryland Avenue, so that should be helpful to those of you who travel that route. I know a lot of you do. Here's a little farther north on 35E up in the northeast metro. Some heavy traffic as you approach White Bear Lake there in the southbound direction. Also, we're going to have a lot of people out today. Even Daryl Sharwood telling me on Facebook he's taking a nice ride on his Harley this morning. So we want to make sure that you keep in mind with this beautiful weather, we'll have more bikers out there, motorcyclists, pedestrians, the works. So make sure you keep an eye open for them on the road. Again, we still have that Hiawatha construction going on today. I'll have an update on that coming up in the 7 o'clock hour. Right now, though, let's get back over to Tom and Alex. All right, and we're looking at our roadways to see what you'll be dealing with as you head out your door this morning and try and head to work, or maybe you're heading home from a late shift. We're seeing 94 westbound traffic starting to slow here at McKnight Road, and actually a little breakup of the congestion just east of here, but you get a little farther east outside that 694, 494 loop, and you are looking at some heavy traffic in the westbound direction here at County Road 19. So entering that Woodbury area, a little congested, things clear up just a bit then until you get to McKnight Road, which is when you see those speeds reduced once again. A nice lit up look of 36 westbound traffic heavy here at Lexington Avenue, usually remains the heaviest in the westbound side between 35E and 35W. And Craig Johnson says he had smooth sailing on the Crosstown East and 35W North into downtown. Thanks for sharing that with me on between Lake Street and 26th Street. That will be closed until Monday, but overall, when this is all finished, we should shave off some time for those of you who do travel in this area, as all those traffic signals and the light rail will work a little more effectively together. You can tweet. Hi everyone, you're waking up with the Fox 9 Morning News. I'm Kelsey Soby. Looking out at our roadways, if you're about to head out the door, you'll be dealing with some traffic here and there. Overall, not a bad day out there with dry road conditions for the most part, and it's a beautiful fall day, so you can enjoy that as the sun will eventually start to come up a little bit. Right now we're looking at 94 though at 95th Avenue, where we have some trouble on the roadway slowing us down. So this is that stretch up in the Northwest Metro, which already gets pretty busy between Rogers and Maple Grove. You could see extra slowdowns today. Right now you're getting a live look as you do see those reduced speeds, and a little bit farther to the northwest we see those reduced speeds starting west of the junction of County Road 81. Now if we go over to another spot where we're seeing slowdowns, that would be 394 eastbound at Dunwoody Boulevard. After a crash here, we see reduced speeds not only on 394 eastbound itself, but also some backups there on the ramp onto 394. Hopefully we'll get this cleared out of the way quickly, but meantime, be prepared for some slowdowns and adding some time. All right, we've been talking about Girls in Science from our event this past weekend, and now today MA explains. So listen up, if you travel 394 in the eastbound direction, we see reduced speeds here at Winnetka Avenue. Now, normally you'd probably be thinking, hey, people are trying to get into downtown Minneapolis, so slowdowns are normal, right? Well, they're a little worse today. We have a crash that happened on the merge near Dunwoody Boulevard, and it is really slowing traffic down, not only on the interstate itself, but also on some of those entrance ramps. So if you are going to travel this route this morning, just be prepared. You'll have to allow some extra time to get to your morning destination. Another spot where we have a big backup right now underway is up in the Northwest Metro. So if you're traveling that I-94 corridor from Rogers down into Maple Grove, you will see those brake lights go on near the junction of County Road 81. So eastbound traffic slowing here as a result of a situation happening a little farther junction, and then a 494 itself. Eastbound, we do see some heavy traffic as you travel toward the Bloomington area. The north side of town, you can get a good look. Some of the hot zones, 35 east southbound, is areas where we would normally see that, as well as 35W, 65 Central Avenue, up in the Blaine area, some stoplights, and just a lot of people trying to travel that route. We'll get a look at some opening of bridges, some construction Hiawatha, and all kinds of other stuff coming up in about 10 minutes. Right now, though, let's get back over to Tom and Alex.
All right, thank you, Kelsey.
Good morning, everyone. The time now is 7:54. I'm Kelsey Soby, and we have plenty of activity out on the roadways, so let's dive right in. 94 westbound at County Road 13. A crash here, pulled over to the side of the road. It looks like a trailer involved in that. Nothing spilled, but we do have traffic slowing minimally as it passes by that situation. We also are dealing with a crash on 36 westbound right near 35W. So this is a look from the Snelling Avenue jam cam. It says westbound traffic heading right toward that area where we had the crash happen. You can expect that junction, or that area 36 westbound between 35E, 35W, which is already very busy in the morning, will be even slower going today than it normally is. To 394 now, where we just cleared away a crash that happened on that merge at Dunwoody Boulevard. Eastbound traffic still slow as you head toward the lovely downtown Minneapolis, but we're finally starting to pick up the pace a little bit in the heart of rush hour. I'll have another update in about 10 minutes, but at least today we are celebrating the opening of the Lindell Avenue Bridge and the Plymouth Avenue Bridge. Both have made things a little easier for our morning commuters. 7:56, we'll see you back.
And once I got the flu, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get the shot. I haven't had the flu since, so
There you go.
And that nasal mist makes it so easy if you don't like needles. I'm kind of that way.
You get the nasal spray.
You like the nasal spray?
Look.
I remember the first
Quick and
time
it's over.
Is it gonna hurt?
It tickles.
Like, no, it's not gonna hurt.
Yeah.
It's a spray.
Yes.
Anyway, good morning, you guys. We're checking out our roadways today where we've had a lot of activity for a drop. While at the same time, when that closed, we did gain the ramp to Victoria Street. So we lost one, we gained one. In the Southwest Metro, heavy traffic 35W northbound. We have some construction going on at Cedar Avenue. Expect some possible delays in the southbound direction at the south end of that Minnesota River Bridge as a result of getting down to just a single lane. That will last through Friday morning. It is 8:09. That means it's time for weather on the 9s here. And let's turn direction near County Road 13. So just on the east side of town, and we do see traffic getting by. No trouble here, despite the fact that we haven't quite cleared that crash. Now to another area where we do still have some slowdowns. That would be in the construction zone of 694. We are single lane between Highway 5 in Oakdale and Highway 61 in Vadnais Heights. I got a Facebook message from Joe Rahala wondering when that project is scheduled to wrap up between 5 and 61. And I did a little research, and we're finding that it's not going to be until the end of November. So you can expect basically until the snow falls, I'm guessing, we're going to still be in single lane mode here. So not going anywhere quite. In Rogers and Maple Grove, we did have a situation near 95th Avenue. Looks like it's been cleared away. We are dealing with a closure, though, on 694 eastbound, the ramp to Lexington closed, while at the same time we did gain Victoria Street. That opened back up yesterday. In the Southwest Metro, so far so good. 169 northbound, we have had heavy traffic throughout the morning, especially as you enter that Eden Prairie area. But we're expecting is that at 10 o'clock we could see some congestion there as well, even once the rush hour is over. And that's because northbound 169 at the Minnesota River Bridge will be down to just single lane traffic. That's it from the world of traffic for today. So, Tom, back over to you.
All right, thank you.